Hello and welcome to Bear Beer Reviews. Today we're going to be trying out Tempest and their Old Parochial, which is an Imperial Scotch ale. These guys are from Scottish borders. I think they're just north of the border in Scotland itself actually. And they've only been around since about 2010, so they're relatively new on the scene. But they've been, there's stuff here about, you kind of hear bits and bobs about them, they push the boundaries a little bit and they try different styles out, and this one in particular, Old Parochial, is it's meant to be a particularly fine example. It is a barrel-aged Imperial Scotch ale, as I said. It's 10%, and I believe it's aged in sherry and bourbon casks, if I'm right in remembering. So it should impart some of those flavours, and it's also brewed with some smoky malts as well. So without further ado, let's crack her on open and give it a shot. See what we can get at the top. Oi, fair bit of steam coming off it. And pour it out into a good old glass. And I tell you what, it is quite a liberal sizing for a bottle that is of such a strong beer. So I'm only going to pour myself out a little bit. I love a little bit of carbonation, about a 2-finger-ish head, 1.5 to 2 finger head. I would say it's got a kind of a creamy tan coloured head, almost kind of like a Guinness, really. That kind of dark tan, leathery kind of head on it, really fine and thin bubbles, and it's definitely very dark, but it has a red tinge to it. The light does come through it quite, not very easily, but quite easily. So it looks pretty dark, and when you hold it up to the light, there's a lovely, lovely dark red maroon colour coming through it. So let's give it a good old smell. Oh yes, malt bomb. You can just smell the kind of cask conditioning in it. You can smell the wood and resinous notes coming from the wood. A deep, dark, and rich malty body as well. It smells like an absolute treat. Perfect thing to sit down on like a cold day and warm your belly up. Conversely, it is a very warm day outside, but hey ho, I'm always up for something strong. I always like my strong beers. There's also a little bit of a kind of fruity note on it somewhere going on. It's kind of plummy, plums and dark stone fruit sort of smells right at the back end of it. So without further ado, let's get on in there and give it a try. Cheers guys. Oh, that's rich. That's really lovely. Oh, strange enough, the ink, you can say how limited but look at that, must have some limited funds with making these labels, because they get some alcohol on them and they leach everywhere. Anyway, that's by the by. Flavours, that's what I was going for. There is a nice, rich, smoky flavour right in the forefront of the palate. When we try the Rauch beers, that smoky flavour coming through, the bacony, breakfasty sort of flavours, and that gives way into this wonderful, lush, chocolatey body. And then there's a lovely, the alcohol's really potent in this. I can really feel it warming all the way down my stomach. And there's definitely layers of fruit in it as well. These nice, as I said before, stone fruits, kind of plums and dark coloured fruit like that, just seem to come through, and raisiny flavours, and it's luscious. It's got such a rich texture to it as well. It's definitely thick mouthfeel. It's not as glutinous as some others I've had, but it's definitely thick, and there's just this again lovely carbonation, really thin and fine bubbles, but it fills your mouth and it kind of froths up in the mouth, and then nice thick feel as it goes down, and that nice hit from alcohol body as well. But this is just like punching on through with malt. It just, Scotch ales are potent in malt anyway. They've got really high malt body characters, and this is just, it's that to the nth degree. It's an Imperial. It's just going to have that and more, and it's delicious and sweet and molassy and smoky and chocolatey and plummy and raisiny. It's absolutely glorious. And even the bite from the alcohol, and so there's a pleasant bitterness as well, but it's very low key, very low key. I'd say there's more bitterness almost from the alcoholic kick, and the alcohol is a nice addition to it because it just gives it this nice overall feeling. If it had this kind of deep, rich malt and didn't have an alcoholic kick to it, it'd just feel very like luster. So the choice to make it a high ABV certainly helps in this case. Right, so in terms of rating, I think I'll give this 9 out of 10. I think it's absolutely spiffingly lovely. It's so unctuous and rich and filling and deep and chunky, and oh, it's just so full of flavour. It's absolutely delicious little beer, this. Go out and give it a try if you can get your hands on some. Unfortunately, it's a limited release, and if you buy up all of their beer, he's hoping to God that they're going to make more of this, because there's so much time and attention and chaos to be put into making a beer like this and conditioning it for so long. Please, Tempest, if you hear me out there, make some more of this, because I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. So like, favourite, comment, subscribe to the video and the channel. Tell me what you think if you've managed to get your hands on this, or if you like your Scotch ales, your Imperial Scotch ales. And I shall see you all again on the next baby reviews. Cheers.